District Tournament Week continues on the OH Report as we hit Tuesday Night Volleyball. We've got Mansfield Christian looking to play upset tonight against the #1 team in the district, the Buckeye Central Buckettes, taking the court here tonight at Shelby on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
we're here for you.
So I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
It is time now for your pregame show presented by North Central State College here from Shelby High School, as we've got a district doubleheader tonight on the volleyball court. Mansfield Christian comes in as the 5 seed in this district, ready to take on the Buckettes, who have rolled in the regular season their way to a #1 seed as they sit here tonight at Whippet Athletic Complex. The Buckettes coming into tonight 18-5, 12-2 in the N10. Let's talk about those Mansfield Christian Lady Flames first as we talk about the MBC members. Second place in the conference behind Kidron Central Christian. This Mansfield Christian squad headed up by longtime coach Barbara McCleary has them 12-11 this year, 4-3 in the conference. Just got a big sweep in a game against New London that we got to see last week over at Buckeye Central. Just kind of give you the summary of that game against the Lady Wildcats. 16 service aces for Mansfield Christian. There were not a whole lot of long volleys. I don't expect that to be the case here tonight either. And it really, when it comes to Mansfield Christian, that was the only area they really shined. Despite getting the sweep, they were outnumbered in every other offensive category. They had a big comeback, down 19-9. They rallied all the way back in the third set to be able to get that win against New London. So they were able to get the sweep there. Last couple games before that, however, they had lost 3 straight, so it's good for them to get back in the win column, and they've got the recipe now for a nice tournament run with some star players that will be suiting up tonight. You see Bailey Nelson at the middle there, number 25, someone that will be a big piece to what Mansfield Christian does today. Our MVP last week, Adele Kramer, someone that we know very well here at the OH Report. She will also put on a show with her well-roundedness out on the court. Let's go ahead and talk about our player spotlight tonight. And it's neither one of those names that I mentioned just a few moments ago. Want to put a spotlight on the libero today for this Mansfield Christian team, Mackenzie Webb. As I kind of examined and took a look back at the game they played against New London, I think she should have been the player of the game on that sectional title game. Best player on the floor, 20 digs, 23 serve receptions. She was everywhere, just like Kramer was, who we did end up giving the nod to for the Lady Flames. But 7 aces also for Webb. She will wear the odd color jersey, wearing red here today for this Mansfield Christian team, as they get to take their way out onto the court and get the final 3 minutes of warm-ups for the Lady Flames. Let's go ahead and talk about the team that just stepped off the floor. Buckeye Central, they sit as the 1 seed, of course. Missy McDougal has them in a really good spot coming into today against Mansfield Christian. They had a big game against Winford in another sweep. 2 sweeps over at Buckeye Central for the sectional doubleheader we had last week. It was pure dominance from Buckeye Central. They hit 224, which is always solid. Wouldn't necessarily tell you it was dominant, but on the other side of things, defensively, they shined as well. 62 digs in a 3-set match. That's pretty impressive from your defense. So you're able to get that done against an N10 opponent that you played a third time. You made it 9 sets to nothing in favor of the Buckettes. After that game, they also played Seneca East and Mohawk to wrap up their N10 regular season. They split those matchups as they head into tournament play, with their last 3 games going 2-1. You see them on your screen. They're getting hyped up. Some of their starters taking a seat. And we'll jump over to our player spotlight, giving them that pep talk here tonight. Marin McDougal was just crowned the N10 Co-Player of the Year as the awards came out just a couple days ago. There you see her on your screen. 623 assists. She was the primary setter on the first team in the Northern 10 Conference. She split that award with Mohawk's Biz Klopp. So shout out to Marin, getting herself a nice honor that will likely continue to grow, especially if they make their way out of districts, and those district teams will come out soon enough. She is going to lead this team as one of the few seniors on the squad. Had 30 assists last week against Winford. Also put 2 blocks together despite just standing 5'6". She's got hops. She's got a great eye, great vision out on the floor. That's going to be a good combination for this team as she looks to try and will them to a win against this pesky and hungry Mansfield Christian team. Keys to victory for Buckeye Central. We'll go ahead and start with the hosts via the seeding. Ace is the place. Unintentional ad placement there, as we get to see both teams who really do a good job keeping the volleys short. They're always good at accumulating those aces. You have to win that in that category tonight if you want to win the game. And then also, if you're Buckeye Central, don't be afraid to empty the playbook here. Mansfield Christian, I think they're going to give you a test, especially early on. Maybe in the first set, we can see Buckeye Central kind of roll and show us everything that they got moving forward, because they're going to have to show it eventually in a district championship game if they do win this semifinal here tonight. And then on the other side, for Mansfield Christian, of course, got to win the ace battle on their side, but you also want to become a brick wall. Want to become a brick wall up at the net, because you did a good job of that against New London, against a really tough Paley Wilson player who put some powerful swings together. In fact, Chelsea Ward, the main middle for that team, had 3 solo blocks in that game against New London. You want to see a similar outcome tonight from her if you want to have some success. And then also, just to take a quote out of Adele Kramer's post-game interview with us after that sectional game, Bella Rayburn had some great advice for the rest of the team to just celebrate everything. That's what she told the team going out into that 19-9 hole that they escaped out of to win the 3rd set against New London. So if you carry that mentality over into this game, you will have a good chance here tonight. We're going to take a break and come back. National Anthem going to take over the floor. We'll have your starters and rosters when we return on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
And here we go from Shelby High School for a district semifinal doubleheader. And we start today with the Mansfield Christian Flames taking on the Buckeye Central Buckettes. It's a 1-5 matchup here in a semifinal. Let's go over those starters first for the Buckeye Central Buckettes. Number 1, Olivia Bishop. Number 2, Elise Seifert. Number 3, Maisie Hanlon. Number 9, Megan Seifert. Number 12, AJ Jury. Number 13, Marin McDougal. And number 15, Emma Keller. Libero tonight is Maisie Hanlon for Buckeye Central. Emma Keller will take a seat to let her in here momentarily. On the other side of things for Mansfield Christian, number 8, Bella Rayburn. Number 15, Chelsea Ward. Number 16, Sydney Wilson. Number 17, Adele Kramer. Number 21, Mackenzie Webb. Number 25, Bailey Nelson. And number 26, Sophia Granter. Off goes Bella Rayburn in way for the libero Mackenzie Webb to make her way out onto the floor. And that will do it for your North Central State College pregame show. Let's jump on over to set number 1 as the freshman Maisie Hanlon will start us off at the service line for Buckeye Central. The hosts get us underway. Libero to libero to start things out here as Nelson, the lefty, has that swing dug up by Buckeye Central. An early dink here for the Buckettes. Standing swing from Wilson. Seifert did a lot of setting in the warm-ups. We'll see her likely take over that reign for a good while here for the Buckettes. Nice right arm up by Hanlon. Tight angle and a nice volley here to start. Webb stays out of the bench, but that third contact cannot get over. Buckeye Central gets us started. So the 5-foot freshman gets to serve again, was just named second team All-League earlier this week. Back to Nelson, two-hand tap, nearly could find the corner. Just missed. Official right there to make the call. Also, you may note, if you watched either of the games last week at Buckeye Central, same 4 officials as we had over in New Washington officiating these games here today. Another good dig by Hanlon. Set by Seifert off the antenna. That's how Mansfield Christian will get on the board. So the power touch by Megan Seifert turns into an error. We will see now. Number 14, Nora Cook. Serve it over. McDougal sets this one off the block and down. The combination of Nelson and Ward ties this up at 2. Nora Cook, 7 digs. Service error here to start her night. She had 7 digs in the game against the Lady Cats last week. Buckettes take the lead back. We'll see Megan Seifert serve. Cook receives the serve. We'll see a free ball. Checking in for Buckeye Central, the freshman Melania Chamberlain gets the tap, and she gets to kill right away. She was our MVP of the sectional title game, and just as they go to her, she gets the job done. She was used the most out of any attacker in that last game. She got 29 attacks, killed down 10 of them. Seifert continues the run. They lead 4-2. This ball off the hands on the swing by Kramer. Roll shot. Kramer keeps it up. Second contact, swing down. And that will go for Mansfield Christian as Nelson gets another point. That threw off the back row, fell right in front of Megan. Watch out for Mackenzie Webb. She was in the scouting report for sure for this Buckeye Central team after recording 7 aces in the last game. There's a nice point for Mansfield Christian. Adele Kramer didn't have to do anything too special other than locate the ball to that far side line. All knotted at 4. Nice back and forth affair so far. Two-hand up by Hanlon. See a free ball from Chamberlain. They'll go up the middle here. Rayburn, another two-hand up. Far side. Off the block, Kramer. Fading away. Decent power on it. They'll go up the middle to Jury. Right on the line. Buckettes back in front. Take a look at that replay presented by Friedley & Co. Agency. Marin McDougal, high toss. She's got the best serve probably of anybody out on the floor today. We'll see her vary it up throughout the match. Chamberlain with the cut shot, ready for it was Kramer. We'll see a Webb free ball. Back set off the hands. Nelson can't keep it up. Elise Seifert gets in on the action. Elise last game was everywhere. 13 digs, had a block in the game against Winford, 6 assists and 2 kills. Nice ball through the block, dug up nicely by Megan Seifert. Buckettes try to locate the corner. Back set, Nelson goes far near side. Nice up by Buckeye. We continue on. Near miscommunication. Flames able to keep it alive. Great dig in the back by Cook. Punch shot. Best volley of the day so far. Another great dig. That time by Granter. And Kramer with the roll shot. McDougal back to Jury. Blocked and down. AJ Jury, 9 kills last game. She also had a good shot to be our MVP in that game against Winford. Well, there's a nice explosive play for her to start today. McDougal bullet right to Nelson. And this will not be returned. Buckettes are just persistent and they lead 8-4. The 5'6" senior rises up. Webb receives the serve that nearly hit the basketball hoop, hanging up on the ceiling. Not necessarily low ceilings, but they could play a factor here today. Great up by Cook yet again. Those Flames are pesky, as we said, and that ball dies on the block on the Flames side. AJ Jury gets credited with the kill. We'll see an early timeout by longtime head coach Barbara McCleary. Nice sequence of the last couple of points. You see AJ Jury find the line. They've been going to her early and often. Already 3 kills to her name out of the 9 points. Here's a look at the bracket in this district. Of course, it's interesting how they do it this year because this is a doubleheader, but the second game that we will have for you live and free is not this Van Buren and Cary game. It's actually Colonel Crawford taking on South Central, but that's just a different thing they're doing this year, just to split up some of the teams, as Buckeye Central and the winner of this game between them and Mansfield Christian will play either Van Buren or Cary. So it could be, if an upset brews elsewhere, an N10 rematch for a district championship. Buckettes right now doing their part in making that happen. They lead 9-4 here in set number 1. Ball kept up by McDougal. Back to Chamberlain they go. High off the block. That won't be returned. First to 10 are the Buckettes. Speaking of South Central, they've just made their way into the gym. So the Lady Trojans with a nice upset win over another N10 school in Seneca East last week find themselves here at Shelby as there's an ace. So Marin McDougal kind of the catalyst here of what has been a massive run for Buckeye Central to make this an 11-4 advantage. Another bullet. Cook able to keep this in play. Nelson runs up on the ball, wins the kill. Mansfield Christian this year attacking. The numbers don't pop out on the screen like they do for Buckeye Central. 0.84 hitting percentage. But what really has helped them this year is just their ability to keep plays alive and force errors on the other team. Just like they did right there. 4 hits by Buckeye Central as that block does its job. So very much the blueprint for this Mansfield Christian team is force as many mistakes out of the other team as you can, and then use that offense whenever possible. There goes Kramer. Nice tap over the block. McDougal tried to get there. But then also Mansfield Christian, they rely on some stars in the front row to get some jobs done. Not too many blocks to their name, but solo blocks, they're up there. 36 solo blocks this season. This ball sails out of bounds from Rayburn. Now we will see Harper Conser, the 5'8" sophomore, make her way out to the court. Team high 7 aces for her in that sectional championship game. She had a great run. I believe it was a 9-0 run where she had 4 of those aces alone. Near side, nice punch out by Kramer. Volley continues on. Now back to Chamberlain. That ball sails out, no touch. Give it to the Flames. Adele Kramer, last game, 7 kills, 13 digs, 2 aces against those Lady Cats from New London. Goes short with the serve, it gets the job done. Slowly inching their way back into a competitive first set. It is 12-9 now. Flames come into today 12-11 on the year. They went 4-3 in a NBC conference that was a little bit down this year outside of the top, with Kidron Central Christian winning it by over 2 games. Flames strike again. We actually yesterday saw Lucas take on a really good powerhouse of Tiffin Calvert. It'd be rough to repeat the scores, but it was Calvert 25, Lucas 5. It was 25-5, 25-4, 24-25-5 in that game yesterday. As we see Buckeye Central win the point back. They'll get back to a 3-point lead. They will call on Olivia Bishop, the 5'4" senior. The defensive specialist. Plays it short, yummy ball opportunity. Elise Seifert takes advantage. It's now 14-10. That wasn't necessarily an ace, but that was an ace winning play. See if she can get one here. That one, however, short. It's an error. So Bella Rayburn will retrieve the ball and boot this away. This is not hit cleanly off the platform of Bishop, but her teammates got her back. Granter set up the middle. Ward, touch off the block. Kramer tries to keep it on the Flames side, and on the set, or on the dump off by Granter. She's in the net. That'll be a violation. Give it back to the Buckettes. Another senior, Elise Seifert. Back to the middle they go. Ward with the tap. Fortunately for Buckeye Central, they've been ready for that. Must have been in their scouting report coming into today. Another cross-court set off the block. It's beautiful. McDougal connects with Megan Seifert. This ball sails out of bounds. It'll be an error for the N10 honorable mention, Elise Seifert. So after an error not too long ago, Sophia Granter will have a chance to win back a point at the service line. Received in the back row by Bishop. Set. Keller had some decent action last week. We'll see if they get her involved tonight. This time they'll go far side. Off the block, Ward keeps it up. Standing swing kept up by Seifert. Nobody there for the second ball. It'll go down as a kill for Sydney Wilson, the junior. Short serve, hardly any spin on it. Here goes Keller. Tallest player on the roster at 5'11". Gets a kill, immediately subbed off, but a great spurt from her. She's kind of that player that they go to that is very efficient when she gets set the ball. 7 kills last week on 17 attempts. Nelson sails this too far. And all of a sudden, we see Buckeye Central jump out to an 18-13 lead over the halfway point of this set. Granter gets underneath the ball, this time kept in play, but no problem for Hanlon. Kramer the dig, far side, Wilson swing over the block, forces it up by Hanlon. And we'll see a free from the Buckettes. Ward pummels it down. Elise ready for the dig, however. Far side, up by Webb. Long way to go. And the Flames cannot get there. It is 19-13. Maisie back at the service line, libero for the Buckettes. Ward off the block. Another good up by Bishop this time. And a free ball and another miscommunication by Buckeye Central. Wilson tries for another kill. Seifert gets to the end of that. However, there is a nice up by Buckeye Central that sails wide. Take a look at this again. I thought they were going to call 4 hits, but it ends up being a nice effort by Buckeye Central that ultimately ends up out of bounds. The junior Nora Cook now. Short on the serve, Alligator armed it. First to 20 is Buckeye Central. Here goes the star sophomore as she wins an ace. Rough off the platform of Cook for Mansfield Christian, and Megan Seifert picking up right where she left off as she forces the final timeout of the set from Barbara McCleary. Seifert had 4 aces against Winford, and you can kind of see why there. She's got that nice float serve that knuckles down, and it's really hard to get in front of if you are a Mansfield Christian Flame. So 20-15, Buckettes lead. A reminder, this is game 1 of a doubleheader here at Shelby. We've had plenty of doubleheaders over the last week and a half. Coming up later tonight, we will see Colonel Crawford and those Lady Eagles, a young squad in the N10 that finished towards the middle of the road. They're going to take on a Fireland squad that is surging in South Central. And they're actually right down to my left right now. You probably just heard what I said. Great crowd tonight for Buckeye Central. Same can be said for Mansfield Christian. I'd say 90% of the Buckette fans are across the way, as they should be on the Buckeye Central side of the gym. Mansfield Christian more near side, and they're kind of split out, I'd say 60-40 on both sides of the gym. (22-15). Ward, high tap, easy up. McDougal set. Chamberlain, this one up by Granter. Kramer. Just too easy right now for Buckeye Central. Nothing really testing them defensively, and another miscommunication this time by the Flames. A lot of that we've seen on Mansfield Christian, or on Buckeye Central. It's now 23-14. Seifert looking to continue her nice run at the service line. A bullet to Kramer. They'll reset it back to Adele. Megan the dig, far side, Chamberlain into the net. That'll give some life to Mansfield Christian. They get the ball back with their best server, Mackenzie Webb. Talked about her 7 aces last week, but also want to add on, she had 20 digs, 23 receptions. Just an overall nice game for the for Mackenzie Webb, the libero for the Flames. Kramer off the block onto Buckeye side. Nice 2-0 swing. Reset here, opportunity. Flames will be called in the net. Looks like it's actually underneath the net, across of the line. See it here, yep. Her foot inches away from getting, I believe it was Jury, who was about to jump up for a block. So just an interference call, and that'll make it set point for Buckeye Central. Nice low serve. Set up, Nelson, high off the block. Chance for the Buckettes to secure set number 1. Nice dig in the back by Cook yet again. Kramer keeps it in play. Easy up for Buckeye Central. To Jury they go. And just like that, the Buckettes with a big set 1 win. It's 25-16. As number 1 seed in the district wins a convincing set 1 by 9. They lead it 1-0 here from Shelby High School, live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Did Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
Set number 2, live and free on the OH Report. Going to start a little bit early here as Mansfield Christian takes the ball. They will serve it away after losing set number 1, 25-16 at the hands of Buckeye Central. And just like that, they've got their first lead of the day. It was all Buckettes in that first set. But Mansfield Christian doing what they do best, getting the ace. Thanks to Sophia Granter. Backpedaling set, and it's killed down by Keller. Nice looking swing, a late block by Mansfield Christian. Couldn't get up in time, and Granter pummeled with that ball right at the chest. Hamlin started the serve in the last set for Buckeye Central. Jury puts some spin on this ball, forces an overpass. Kramer digs it twice. Seifert to Seifert, another dig. Third one here in this volley for Adele Kramer. Back to the middle. This time, is there a touch? No, there is not. Looked like there nearly was. But Granter does just miss it. So that'll give Nora Cook the ball. High pooch serve just below the net. Try to spot the corner. Nora was ready. Near side, Kramer blocked. And it looks like they'll say there was no touch on the block. So we're tied up at 2 on a 4-hit call. Buckeye Central trending in the right direction here today. Fun trend for them is how successful they've been here at the service line. As Megan Seifert, right on cue, gets us an ace. 10 or more aces for the Buckettes in 5 of the last 6 matches. Right time to be having your serves dealing. Also, with that being the 4th ace of the day, they've got 300 aces on the year now. Jury cannot stay out of the net. All tied at 3. Chamberlain tight angle, ends up leaving it short. Second error of that regard for Chamberlain. Back in the lead is Mansfield Christian. So on the side of the Buckettes, they've got now over 300 aces, but Buckeye Central not far off. They've got 283 coming into today. Chamberlain this time dug up by Kramer. They'll go far side. Easy dig for Seifert. Back row attack attempts. Misses short. So a light lead building up here for the Flames as they trail a set to nothing. The junior sends it away just off the tape. Tight set, able to be kept out of the net. Overpass opportunity. And AJ Jury, just a simple 2-hand tap. Marin McDougal Nice up by Cook on the reception. Roll shot by Kramer. Ends up working, maybe an early jump from Jury. Couldn't get any momentum on that ball, and it just dies right on her hands. Flames lead 6-4. Far side, Elise Seifert. Official calls it in. She was not too sure. But they will go with the call that she does finally make, and that is inbound. So Buckeye Central deficit just to 1 now. Harper Concert now back to serve, another sophomore for this group. One of 2 sophomores that get regular playing time for this team. Far side, Kramer off the block. Chamberlain sends that over towards the bleachers. Seven to 5, Mansfield Christian in the lead. Adele Kramer awaiting the whistle. Here it is, she's ready to serve. Far side, Keller, this one up by the Flames. Webb sends it over on the second contact. Tugging at the net. I thought I saw some movement. They'll give it to Mansfield Christian as it does hit the right arm. Take a look at this replay. Look at Marin. You could see a little jiggle on the net as that right arm went into it. Biggest lead of the day for the Flames is 3. Can they extend that here? Keller launches this out of bounds. And that will trigger a timeout from Missy McDougal. She'll want to talk over things with her team as Barbara McCleary's squad sits in a nice position, up 9-5 here in set number 2. Now, these 2 squads don't see each other too often. We'll get to that in a moment here. But Adele Kramer at the service line. You're getting to see some of her action from last week against New London. Ace, expert in that game against New London. And she was also just simply everywhere. I mean, this was the play of the game that you saw right there. Webb with the up. Kramer able to do a good job cleaning up shop as well, sending that over and earning the point. But those Flames had quite the game, quite the comeback in a set 3 where they were down 19-9, and they crawled all the way back to win it to secure a sweep. So Kramer will get the ball again. She'll send this away, whistle given to her. High pooch serve, forces an overpass. Good reset here for the Flames. Up the middle, Rayburn, too far. But Buckeye Central and Mansfield Christian, they don't see each other too often. And it's also very rare that they see each other twice in a season, which they have this year. They actually played earlier on in the year. And actually not too earlier on. It was actually 2.5 weeks ago when these 2 teams last saw each other. Back set, Rayburn tries again. Confuses Bishop there for a second. And Rayburn baited into trying to send it off. It goes into the net. But the Buckettes did sweep this team 2.5 weeks ago. If you're looking at the film, Mansfield Christian, the summary for them is probably that their serves simply weren't working. They had 4 aces, as it seems like Buckeye Central's aces are working here. Bishop just over the tape. That's a deadly ball that falls. Buckettes trail just by 1 now. But the Buckettes, but Mansfield Christian, 4 service aces, but they also had 4 errors, so it basically cancels out in that regard, and that's a very big part of what they do. Buckeye Central ties this up. Also in that game, we saw Bella Rayburn, who has been struggling early on here for the Flames. She was really the only one that had anything working in that game. She hit over 400 hitting percentage. They're going to go back her way again with the cut shot. McDougal trying to spot the corner. Kramer ready for it. Bump set, Wilson over the block. McDougal, far side, going to Megan Seifert. This ball falls through. Buckettes back in the lead. It is a 5-0 run. So Bella Rayburn was the only player that really got going in that game 2 weeks ago. And then Megan Seifert, just like she has here today, did basically whatever she wanted against the Flames. She had 12 kills in that game, 3 aces, and then also 9 digs. She was by far the standout player for the Buckettes in that non-conference game. Long way to go for Granter. This ball will stay in play, continues the volley. Back set from McDougal. Elise Seifert gets the score off a wicked deflection. We got a nice angle of that here thanks to Friedley and Co. Bishop keeps us going. 6-0 run for the Buckettes. Dougal, another back set. This one out. That time they went for Keller up the middle. Could not quite find the white line here at Shelby. The aforementioned Bella Rayburn serves this over. And a nice tight ball. Scores a point for Buckeye Central. Look at this one, staying out of the net. And then that sneaks in, maybe 2 feet past the net. Near side, this ball touches the tape. Nothing from Buckeye Central. It's 4 hits. And now we're starting to see these Buckettes start to take over as they are currently riding an 8-1 run out of a timeout called by Missy McDougal, which has seemed to work. Don't know what she said, but see if it continues to bear good fruit. McDougal rises up, and that's why she's so deadly, and that exactly right there is why she was the co-N10 Player of the Year. Timeout by Barbara McCleary for Mansfield Christian. But she's such a danger setting the ball. You're going to see it here again. She'll act like she's going to go up and set it, and then she just rises up, uses her vert to get over the net, slam it down. And because of that play right there, Buckeye Central now leads by 4. I want to take a second to thank our sponsors here tonight of this live and free coverage on the OH Report. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. Shout out also to McDougal Financial, providing resources and advice focusing on time-tested investment solutions as well as long-term retirement planning strategies. Shout out also to Friedley & Co., our replay sponsor, a second and third generation family-owned and operated business proudly serving the insurance needs of a community of New Washington and the surrounding area for 50 years. And then shout out to Ebert Dental Group as well. General dentistry for all ages. Back after the timeout, looking for a coach's point. McCleary will not get it. 15-10 in favor of Buckeye Central, the number 1 seed in this district. Winner of this match will take on the winner of Van Buren and Cary. And that game will be right here at Shelby on Thursday. Tight ball to the net. McDougal stays out of it. Taps it over for the point. And right now it just feels like Buckeye Central and their persistent offense is sucking the life out of the right side of the court for Mansfield Christian. Bullet of a serve received by Nelson with 2 hands. Far side set. Megan Seifert goes cross court. Nice up by Webb. Near side, Nelson spikes it down, but on their side. Tries to run up on it. Maybe didn't get close enough to the ball. Here goes Elise Seifert again. Buckeye Central was arguing there was no touch on that block. They will get their way. And this is now turned into a 13-1 run. Domination from the 1 seed. Kramer keeps it up. Nelson the second contact. We'll see a swing out of the Flames. Far side. Seifert power touch. Finds the corner. 19-10. This set is turned on its head. But we've seen comebacks from margins like this before from Mansfield Christian. But this is a whole different beast you're playing up against here tonight. McDougal set up the middle. Keller gets it off the block. That matchup up the middle is something that has been a sleeper in this match. But it has been all advantage Buckeye Central as they lead 20-10, and this is quite the turnaround as a 15-1 run from Buckeye Central has them up by 10. Show you some highlights of the Seifert sisters as they really helped fuel that run up until this second and final timeout by Coach McCleary. And it's really just been built off of McDougal really dipping and diming, just finding spots on the floor for her teammates to do great things. You see an ace there as well. Both of the Seiferts doing a good job. This ball was called in play. Megan, far side, has really had it going. And just with the fact that you're on a 15-1 run, you see them mainly staying in the same locations. They haven't had to rotate yet. But it seems like Megan working the left side. She seemed to find a home there. So the senior Seifert will launch us into play again. Kramer lets that go thinking it was going to sail out, but it does land in. Kramer back row attack up by Bishop. And a little bit of in between those Buckeye Central back row players. And that will gift the Flames their first point in some time. They finally get out of that cursed rotation. And here we'll see them go again. Back set, Keller fading. And then we'll see that from Nelson go into the net. One of two freshmen getting regular playing time. Steps back to serve, the libero. Maisie Hanlon. Right to the platform of Nelson. Back set. This one, attempted cut shot. It'll fall short for Cassidy Nelson. 23-11. Buckettes have all of the cards on their side of the table. Lefty Nelson gets this one up. Hanlon right to Elise. And they both hit the deck hard. Hopefully everything's okay there. But the Flames are able to cash in. It's 23-12. High pooch serve from Nora Cook. McDougal underneath it. Taps it over to Jury, who finishes off the job. Another set point. Buckettes 24, Lady Flames 12. Up with the serve, Megan Seifert, a bullet. Wins it right away with the ace. And the Buckettes in command. They won the first set 25-16. They win this one convincingly again, 25-12. It's 2-0 Buckeye Central as we take another break in this district semifinal doubleheader from Shelby High School on the OH Report.
Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert,
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
and together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
And welcome back. We've got set number 3, first volley of the day, or first volley of this set. We'll go to the Flames. They got out to an early lead in the second set as well, but we did see Buckeye Central break through and win that set 25-12. They were fueled by a 15-1 run at one point that really helped them run away with it as they received this serve. McDougal back set on a dime, however missed far by Seifert, a little wide too. High ball to the back row, kicked up by McDougal. It was her last ditch effort to try and keep it alive. But that will make it a 3-0 run here to start for Mansfield Christian. Nora Cook looking to continue on. Top spin serve received in the back by the libero Hanlon. Jury sails this one out. Couple errors early on. Another short serve this time, received by the Buckettes. Nice kill out of Mary McDougal. She kind of came in out of nowhere. First point of the set for Buckeye Central. Megan Seifert ended the second set with an ace. This one going to be fielded, however, by the Lady Flames. Up the middle, Jury tries to tap it short. And Ward watched it miss. Nice turnaround here from Mansfield Christian. They lead this set 5-1. Chamberlain, power touch to the back. If Cook would have let that go, it might have gone out of bounds. We continue on nonetheless. This ball will actually go out. And AJ getting some coaching from Missy after that swing. High ball from Mackenzie Webb. That was going right for that back corner. Gets the up here as well. Set from Granter. That'd be an overpass by the Flames. Far side set. Chamberlain throws it down. Starting to get some juice from the freshman far side. Second point of the third set. Marin McDougal dangerous at the service line, but they will avoid her for now after that ball sails out. Gotta remember, it's a district semifinal. Anything can happen. We've already seen some comebacks of all kinds here in tournament play in the first week. This will basically make it week and a half. Buckeye Central cashes in on a service error. We'll see Harper Concert. As she floats that down right in front of the back row. An ace for number 4 makes it 4-7. Buckeye Central trailing by 3. Rayburn two-hand tap. Set from McDougal close to the net, staying out of it, however. Chamberlain able to score it. There's just something about this Buckeye Central crowd tonight. Of course, Buckettes playing great, but it seems like this fan base is confident. Nice swing by Kramer. Cannot be kept up. 8-3 Flames. Eight to 5 Flames. High ball off the block. McDougal set. Thought that was going to Keller. It gets over nonetheless with Chamberlain. Wilson, cross court. Nice up by Hanlon. Back row attack. Setter dump, beautifully done. Sophia Granter gets it to work. Some nice excitement from the bench and also in the bleachers for the Mansfield Christian faithful. Adele Kramer back in command at the service line. High ball goes towards the back line. McDougal set. Keller on the outside this time. Tap away from the scorer's table, and the Buckettes back on the board. It's 9-6 in favor of Mansfield Christian. Backside looking for Rayburn. Cannot get it over. Made a real funny face after that one. Maybe just did a little scoop instead of a attempt to get it over. It kind of just went straight up on her. Wilson, that does the same thing basically. This time it'll result in a Buckeye Central ace. And it's Grayson Hook Only came in for one serve last game against Winford. She does the same here, and it turns into an ace. Timeout, Coach McCleary would be the first for Mansfield Christian in the set. They still lead it 9-8, but they still want to talk things over. Here's that district again, or the two game. Yeah, this is the district. Buckeye Central playing Mansfield Christian here. Elsewhere, Van Buren up against Cary. Winners of both of those games will meet right here for a district championship. .51 junior Grayson Hook, after the ace, gets to continue her serve. And she'll get another. It's back-to-back for Grayson. So the junior has it dealing, as she helps his team continue to grow in that department of the game. There's a third. The aces just keep on coming. How about a fourth? Not quite. Good reception by Kramer. Up the middle. This one blocked. Nice reflexes to get it back up, however, by Rayburn. And then this ball lands in play on the cut shot. Megan Seifert have it again. (11-9) Buckettes. Hook continues to roll. Back row attack from Kramer. This one over towards Coach Missy McDougal. Just misses out of bounds. You saw Coach McDougal there on your screen give the call to Grayson. See where she goes on the floor. Dead center. High ball off the block into the net. Not enough of a bounce back for Buckeye Central to play it. And the run ends for Grayson Hook, who gets a high five from her libero, Macy Hamlin. She'll receive this serve. Far side, Seifert left it a little low. Flames trail by one. Free ball from Seifert. Back to the middle, off the block. 15 goes up against 15, and this time Chelsea Ward gets the win. All knotted at 12. And Seifert gets it down on the block. And thanks to that, her sister get a crack at the service line. 13-12 Buckeye Central. Ward will run up on this ball, and looked like she was a little early on her swing. Hit the bottom of the ball. Ward forced to the second contact, another short swing. Could this be where we see Buckeye Central start to run away with it again? They lead by 3. They took sets 1 and 2. They beat the Flames set 1 25-16. The second set they improved on that total and won at 25-12, but seeing a more competitive third set here. McDougal with the dump off. Webb almost got there, but a nice job by Marin. Lead dwells to 4. This ball just out. Kramer makes the call. The junior Granter will send this ball away. This ball touched by Webb. That'll bounce backwards, and that'll favor the Buckettes. Nelson with the up. They'll go right back to her. The lefty swing over the block. Up by Seifert. Back to her for the third contact. Kramer with the dig. Nelson fight at the net. Stays out of it and floats it over the top. Everybody bunched up close to that 10-foot line, and nobody there backed in case Nelson reached the apex, and she did right there. Hook stays in the game. She'll give it to Jury. Not a threatening attack at all. We'll see Nelson through the block. Hook another dig. This time Seifert closer to the net. Good reset by the Buckeye Central. Nelson tries again. Elise the dig. Set from McDougal. Megan. Volley continues. Kramer high ball off the block, touched off of McDougal. She sets it here, and this will go off the touch. Megan Seifert again. See a substitution. Melania Chamberlain returns. Grayson Hook, a good stretch of play. She'll take a seat. Seifert float serve, floats too much. (18-15) as we see Mackenzie Webb. Near side, send a serve. And this one's caught. Caught by Seifert. That's a touchdown. I'll tell you what, that fooled him, that's for sure. Whenever you make a catch on a ball rather than trying to hit it. As this sail is about a foot long. McDougal short serve off the tape, really helped out the Flames at that. Grazed the net. McDougal far side set. Chamberlain finds a gap. Buckettes again, first to 20. And as Buckeye Central potentially approaches a win here, just got to get 5 more points. Let us know if you're a Buckeye Central fan in the comments who our MVP of the game should be. This ball lands down for Kramer. Still some life here for the Flames. Bailey Nelson. Solid serve. McDougal runs back on a set. Up the middle, Chamberlain. They've been finding that back line all game long, and this time it's Melania. And in comes Harper Conser. She's continued to be a great serve specialist for the Buckettes. What can she do here? Two-hand tap down by Kramer. Buckeye Central has no problems with it. Near side, Kramer swings out of bounds. Saw about 5 or 6 fans in the bleachers ducking out of the way of that one. That was pure fire out of the lead flamethrower for the Flames. 22-17, we'll see our final timeout called by Mansfield Christian as their season and a couple careers over there on the floor could be coming to an end here momentarily. You know, someone who's not having their career come to an end, it's the freshman Melania Chamberlain, who has been involved as of late. She was our MVP last week in the game in the last round up against Winford. Doing some good things here in this third set, as she looks to give Buckeye Central an easy way into the district championship right here at Shelby on Thursday, either against Cary or against Van Buren. Colonel Crawford also in the building observing things here tonight. I believe this would be a regional opponent, if I'm not mistaken, if Buckeye Central was able to win a district championship game. But it would be later down the line that these two teams could potentially face off. Nice kill by Kramer. She'll go back to serve as well. Still some work to do if you're Buckeye Central. You got 3 points to go. And we know the Flames have had their fair share of comebacks. Keller standing swing up by Webb. Grant to the bump set. Wilson can't find a gap in that defense. Keller back off the block, touches the tape. And Wilson nearly wins one. McDougal, nice job getting the up, rolling out of the way. And then Seifert sails it long. Just a 3-point deficit. This ball off the tape. Nice job by Hanlon. Kramer to her knees with the dig. And a free ball. McDougal set, far side, Chamberlain. Another up by Kramer. Wilson over the block. Setter dump. Webb ready for it. This time it's Rayburn. Great volley here. Second contact swing, gets the job done. Marin McDougal. (23-19). Flames in red alert. Served by Grayson Hook. With the dig as well, this will go nowhere. No man's land, and the Flames get to 20. Buckettes so close, but yet so far. Flames staying with them here in set number 3. Rayburn keeps it in. Elise Seifert with the reception, and she'll tap it over, force an overpass. This time over to Megan. Short ball, wisely placed. And the Buckettes are 1 point away from their 4th straight trip to a district championship game. Match point number 1. And it comes from Elise Seifert. Gets it over the net. Received by Kramer. This ball up the middle. Ward has her ball played by Buckeye Central. Granter back to Ward. This one will fall through. There was a touch. Looks like Hook got a hand on the ball. It looked to me as if it did land out of bounds, but you did see the deflection. Make it match point number 2. High pooch serve received by the freshman Hanlon. Set, Seifert to McDougal. And the senior connection makes it 4 years, 4 trips to the district championship game for this Buckeye Central Buckette squad. They take down the Flames in 3 here from Shelby High School. We'll be back with post-game analysis, also your MVPs of this one here tonight, live and free on the OH Report.
feel like I should feel like I should feel like I should feel like I should feel.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert,
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
and together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Sisters here from Buckeye Central. Elise, Megan, congratulations. You're Ebert Dental Players of the Game. We'll go ahead and start with the senior. Just talk to me about today's game, getting a big district semifinal win against a solid Mansfield Christian side.
Yeah, it was definitely good getting that win. We came in with, I guess, we just knew we had to put in some effort. They were very scrappy. We know we had to be scrappier, so I guess we just had to play with our hearts. And
any notes from you on her answer?
I say the same thing as her, but I think we need a lot of communication and energy to keep it up and keep pushing forward.
And I know both of you are excited to be doing this together. Just tell me what it's been like having you two on the same team together for a season. A couple seasons now.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. I mean, we like each other.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, yeah.
All right, well, just talk to me about the district championship game coming up. You guys are not going to know who you play quite yet, but anyone that you take on is going to be a tough challenge. So what's it going to take to get prepared?
We definitely need to stay on our toes, be scrappy like we were tonight, and just move for the ball. We need to have a lot of more communication. So, yeah, just play as a team, play together.
Yeah, and then jumping over to you, talking about this game, there was a 15-1 run stretch in the second set where you were on that far side. And is that kind of where you get comfortable getting a couple kills?
Yeah, I get most comfortable over there.
All right, well, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a chance to look at the camera, give your shout-outs. I'll start with Megan.
Shout out to all my family and friends and the whole team, and that's it.
All right, Elise.
Same, shout out to my family, my friends, and my teammates.
All right, Buckeye Central with the sweep. Thanks to the Seifert sisters. Congratulations to both of you.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
And it's time to wrap up game one of our coverage with this post-game show presented by North Central State College. Jonathan Langdon with you, Brandon Powell, your camera operator, Adam Thompson, your director and producer here tonight. Buckeye Central gets the sweep over Mansfield Christian. They are headed to a district title right here at Shelby High School on Thursday. They will take on the winner of the game between Van Buren and Cary, happening also today, so they'll find out their opponent later tonight. There's the set scores for you. Shout out to Mansfield Christian, a bunch of seniors ending their careers here tonight. Shout out Bella Rayburn along with Adele Kramer as those two get ready to wrap up their careers here tonight. There was that bracket in that district that you saw. Going to wrap things up here tonight as we get ready for game two of this doubleheader action between Colonel Crawford and South Central. We will go off the air for a few minutes as we get set up for the second game. Stay with us from Shelby on the OH Report.